Back in Week 6, the Ravens won an instant classic in their first matchup against the Browns. Can Cleveland get revenge? Find out next on EA Sports.
First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at our featured team here. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late, so maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Wisely will throw that one away. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Odafe Owe has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. McLaughlin now for the Browns field goal. This from 44 yards away. And his kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. These two teams met in Baltimore, you might remember, earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw here complete to Kelsey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis. Now it's 2nd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. They'll run with Dobbins. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
They go with Chubb on second down. Pushes past him. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they're able to get this one across the 35. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Randy Gregory drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now Jackson on 1st down. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as the tackle made here at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly. Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here, because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and set him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. Here's a give to Dobbins, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now Jackson. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Browns will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Second down. Here's Chubb again. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half. And I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw caught there by Wallace. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Justin Madubuike. Never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. He finds Bateman over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Jackson will throw again. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And some room to maneuver. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And his kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
This one fielded at the 5. So we have reached halftime. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Second down, here's Chubb again. Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open field. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 141 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Chubb, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
From the 29, Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he goes out right around the 39.
Let's go.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Again, Jackson. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Drops it off for Chubb. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. He's going to go up top again. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Yeah, they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Jackson on 1st down. Being chased out left. 1st down and more for Jackson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Yeah, the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 3rd and goal, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're...
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker with the extra point. And this is back to an 8-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there, and he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
It's caught by Hooper, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And we're back now here in Cleveland. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. A little tough on the secondary there, in zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On third down, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And quickly, they get to the line. To throw again is Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Play action. It's Jackson. That one complete to Prochet. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And again, it's Chubb. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So Lamar Jackson in the offense, down by 15. A little under a minute 50 remaining. A fourth straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Throwing, Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Here's Jackson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses will focus so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for two here and you don't get it, that's deflation. Yeah. Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
A give running right is Chubb. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating.